So I started playing Apocalypse Rising again. I wasn't able to play it before due to connectivity issues. Mainly, I would just crash whenever I tried to load up the game because it was too big. So when I finally got in, I decided, alright, I have enough stuff, I'm going to go to Kin. And I managed to collect myself an AK-12. I still hadn't gotten a new secondary because that's always risky. I mean, to find secondary ammo for a special gun is just as hard as finding ammo for a special primary gun. You know, you don't find it often. So I just usually keep the Makarov as a backup. I had myself a hatchet, and most of my gear was upgraded from people that I killed before. Now, I don't consider myself a bandit in this game, but when they shoot me, I usually shoot back. I'm not just going to let them kill me. So I noticed that this guy's, running around the town square of Kin, and I'm just going to wait and see what he has on him before I go in there. And if he shoots at me, oh well, so be it. So I get a look at him. He's a bandit for sure. You can tell he has the bandana. And then you can see that he has an assault rifle and a military backpack. So he's obviously packing some stuff. Now, I don't know if he just saw me there, but it looked like he didn't. But now he starts to go back off into town, and I'm like, alright, I'm not going to go into the town center, but instead, I'm just going to look around and see what else is in the buildings. So I found this purple building here, because I saw loot across the street, and so far, there's not much in it. You know, you got your map, the PPSH ammo, and then all of a sudden, when I get up to this floor, I find a vertical grip from my weapon. Now, I don't know the exact specs and what it does. You could probably pause the video to see what it does, but I just wanted it because, well, you'll see. Makes my gun look freaking awesome. So I decided, alright, I'm gonna go in the other room, look around still, watch out for your surroundings. And you'll start to hear that the zombies get a little bit more aggravated. You'll hear gunshots and all that. Like that. And you'll start to hear them come closer. So I found this backpack, and it's the same as my vest, so I decided to switch that out. And then over here I have some more AK-12 ammo. I mean, you can never go wrong with that. And there you hear it again. The zombies are just going crazy. So I think, alright, there's somebody out there. I'm going to look around. So I look out the window, and you can see he kind of moves around in that yellow building. So I go over to the other room. Just in a second. And then I look out the window. And I make sure to close the door. Now this is the important part, because if I don't close that door, I'm fucked. So then I look back out, and you can see him crossing the street into my building. So automatically I know, alright, he knows I'm here, and he's going to come up here. He's going to see the closed door, and he's going to come in here. So I just wait there, and I try and act as still as possible, because if you give yourself away, then he's going to open up the door and wait for you to come out instead. And then it just becomes a pitching match. So I'd have to break out the window if he knew I was in here. Or he probably did, but anyway, you'll see in a second, he pokes his gun through, and before he can even get a shot out on me, I probably put 30 bullets into him. So I decide, alright, I'm going to heal up, and then I'm going to go check what this guy has. So I open the door, check the corner, make sure that nobody's hiding there, and look at the loot on this guy. So I'm like, alright, this is some great fucking loot. So I'm going to hide around this corner so nobody comes up here and, surprise attacks me. So he's got, 4C4, he's got suppressors, he's got, survivalist flashlights, military backpack. We're saying GG back and forth in chat. And he's got some more ammo drums. So I decided, I'm going to swap out my AK-12 magazines for the drums because there's more ammo. And it sucks how I'm limited to how much I can carry because he has a lot of stuff on him. And we decide, alright, we're going to work out an agreement, because I don't really like killing people that often. And he had lots of stuff on him, so I know how it must feel. So instead, I tell him that I'm at the same place. We decide to group up, and, if he comes back here, I'll give him his stuff, and here he comes now. So I decide, alright, I'm going to give you back, some of your stuff. He said I could keep some of it, so I kept the drums in the backpack, but I gave him back his C4 and his G18. Kind of a nice gesture to him, but he makes one mistake. Now, he either made too much noise when he was coming in, or the next thing that he does right here is what gets us killed. He looks out the window. Now, anybody in the area can watch him and do that. Now, at this point, there's no gunshot or anything, so I'm like, what did he die from? So I go over to his corpse, and that happens. So there was a sniper on the other side. And now I'm starting to heal up. I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do now? Am I going to hide here, or am I going to make a run for it? Because all this stuff is on him now. So I can either run with it with what I have and leave this stuff here, or I can fight the sniper, or I can just wait it out until he comes to me. And eventually, that's what happens. So somebody decides to come up to me. So I think they're going to come through the top. So I put an anti-personnel mine there. But instead, as I'm walking over here, look who pops out. So that's one of them. Turns out there was actually two of them. The other one was hiding on the roof. So I think, alright, there must still be a sniper out there. So I look at his body, and look at the stuff this guy has too. He's got a helmet, mask, but he had a shotgun, which, isn't much of a big deal. But he was more of the close quarters kind of guy. I guess the other one was sort of acting as a sniper. So they had the sniper and the guy who usually rushes in the house. So he would probably be the one who forces you out with the shotty, and then the other guy would probably just pluck you off, and they work together as a team. But I guess my gun was too much for him. So I decide, alright, you know what, my guy's coming back, I'll just wait, and when he gets here, I'll give him the shotgun and we can run out. And then you can start hearing gunshots happening. And that was the sound of the guy coming back, getting murdered. So now there's a guy hiding on the roof still, and my anti-personnel mine's still up there, so I'm like, alright, I'm gonna kill him. But this is where I go so wrong. I come up here, he starts shooting. I push some shots in him, he jumps, and it was just too much, and I ended up dying. And that's not what you do. You just don't do that. My best option probably would have been just to run out of there. But obviously, if I ran out, the sniper probably would have got me either way. So that is how you get shitloads of loot. And that is also how you blow it all in just, a matter of seconds. So don't do what I did. If you want to see more of these videos, tell me down in the chat. I'll probably post more of them. Otherwise, thank you for watching.